From a sporting perspective, the breaststroke is one of the technically most demanding strokes. Amongst other things, it differs from the backstroke in freestyle as it cannot generate a continuous propulsive speed. As the head is lifted for inhaling, the horizontal water position cannot be maintained. In the ideal scenario, the swimmer moves along a wave-shaped line. The kick also differs fundamentally from that used in other strokes and provides a considerably higher proportion of the propulsion. After the hands come together in front of the chest, the head and shoulder girdle emerge from the water and the swimmer inhales. During inhaling, the shoulders are pushed forward and the head position remains unchanged. Pronounced exhaling takes place underwater towards the end of the pull. During the kick and stretched out phase of the pull, the body is in a horizontal position. The head is underwater, looking forward and downward. The trunk is only exposed to the counter current once the arms are retracted, and the thighs once the arms are stretched forward. It is therefore vital that the trunk is lifted as little as possible, after which the body should be returned into a minimum resistance position. When drawing up the legs, the heels are first drawn up towards the buttocks, while at the same time the pelvis is pushed forward and downward even before the hip joint is angled. This prevents premature sinking and excessive spreading of the legs to keep water resistance on the thighs as low as possible. At the start of the propulsive phase, the feet are quickly turned outward, searching for the optimum push-off from the water. For water displacement, the arms are fully stretched out in forward direction and the stretching out movement is started. Once the outermost point has been reached, the elbows are bent and positioned in swimming direction. With one powerful movement, the hands and forearms are retracted until they meet in front of the chest and are then quickly stretched out in forward direction. The pulls must be flowing, uninterrupted movements. The aim of an efficient coordination is to connect these phases in a flowing manner and to prevent fluctuations in the propulsion speed. The swimmer inhales when the hands are brought together. Once the hands make contact, the heels are drawn up towards the buttocks. At the start of the kick, the arms are stretched forward for minimum resistance. Summary of the 3 key points for the breaststroke. To ensure a flowing rhythm, the shoulders must always be in a forward motion. Powerful pulls are generated with the arms fully stretched out to the side. The interaction between pull and kick is used to find the optimum balance between muscle tensioning and relaxation. For all racing dives from the block, 2 initial position options exist. In case of the grab start, the swimmer stands on the start block with slightly bent legs with the toes gripping the edge of the block. The other starting option is the so-called track start, during which the stronger leg rests slightly further back on the toes. The fingers grip the front edge of the start block. The weight is displaced forward onto the balls of the feet, and the head is slightly retracted. Upon diving, the swimmer pushes off to the front while the arms swing forward. The pelvis is first lowered, then moved forward with the knees bending even further. As soon as the lower legs have reached the horizontal position, the legs push off explosion-like to the front. During the flight phase, the body lies horizontally in the air with the hands already aiming towards the point of entry. In a stretched-out body position, arms, trunk, and legs enter the water at a gentle angle and at the same point during immersion without causing excessive splashing. After immersion, head and arms steer the body into the horizontal position in order to avoid diving too deep. The whole body now takes on a stretched, low-resistance posture. The swimmer then carries out a powerful underwater pull up to the thighs, thus extending the underwater phase and preventing a drastic speed reduction. The arms are then moved closely along the body in forward direction, and the legs are drawn up for the kick. The swimmer then emerges from the water after a powerful kick and the subsequent pull. The swimmer swims towards the wall at full speed. Both hands simultaneously touch the wall with the elbows slightly bent. In a quick movement, the legs are drawn up underneath the body. The feet are placed laterally and parallel against the wall, whilst one arm is stretched out in forward direction underwater, so that the body turns into the swimming direction and the other arm is swung forward above water in swimming direction. The legs push explosively off the wall, and the body then turns from the side into the prone position. The whole body is stretched out in the water with the arms fully extended in forward direction and the head resting between the arms. Next, a powerful underwater pull up to the thighs is carried out. The arms are moved forward close to the trunk for minimum resistance, and the legs are drawn up for the kick. The swimmer then emerges from the water after a powerful kick and the subsequent pull.